AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. A Thanksgiving tradition continues as the teams are lined up and off we go here in Dallas. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. And his first pass falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
On 1st down, Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Hauled in by Worthy. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
And the Cowboys bring a couple extra defensive backs out. 3rd down coming. Hurts now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He completes it in traffic. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. There's a give, left side. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Returnable from the 2. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Shut up! 70 Lions! Check, Panther!
Running this one left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Dragon 60! Check!
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. His first throw is an interception. Dukes out a one-stop. And the Eagles are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on second and goal. Another chance for it. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They only made it to 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have third and goal from the 5.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Buckle up. It's third and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. The return starts at the 18. Along the right sideline, there's space. There it is, touchdown Dallas. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
No thumbs up. Hey, thumbs up. Alert. No thumbs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
We're one quarter closer to some turkey as we reach the end of one on Thanksgiving. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have second down behind the sticks. Now Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
63.
From the gun on third down. On target to Worthy. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on second down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
60 bison. Come on. Set. Hawk 70.
Another carry for him. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
7 Pirates. Hut.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes out to the left. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Bronco switch. Go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Completed left side to Smith. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Eagles with 3rd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Able to get it to Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Escapes a defender. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 47. Taken in by Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. This one intended for the running back. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down from the gun. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Hauled in by Waddle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 14. Looking right, and he finds him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Here's Richardson. Hits his running back. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Cut out left. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Richardson to throw. This throw is cut. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. And in for the Dallas touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's complete to Wilson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Hauled in by Worthy. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Working quickly here. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Hurts now from the gun. Completed to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Running for the marker on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. On target to Worthy. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Just 1 quarter standing between these teams and Turkey in this Thanksgiving contest. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Michael Horner. Go Silver, right? Hey, 73. Delta.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing here, Hurts. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Ready? 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Mustang 19. Come 19. Come 19.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And it's 3rd down now.
Here we go, Shaq.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Ready? 19 Lions. Check out.
He's back to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. A tight end in motion now. Option design here. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Cougar 19. Here we go.
They give it to him again. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
He'll throw it. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there who are about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Set.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
63.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here's 2nd and 11. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Back to throw. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down.
Hey, Silver. 73. Call up Yeti.
Here he is to throw. Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
73. Don't touch that.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
They'll hand it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So here's their 3rd and final timeout. 7 seconds left in this game. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Good. Check.
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Cowboys 24. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. And the Eagles make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And they're going to get to celebrate both the Thanksgiving holiday and the victory over the coming days, with more time than normal coming up between games. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott.